The story of the Trưng Sisters, Trung Trac and Trung Nhi, is a powerful and inspiring chapter in Vietnam's history, reflecting the fierce resistance against foreign domination and the strength of Vietnamese women. Their tale is one of courage, intelligence, and a relentless pursuit of freedom. In 111 BCE, the Han Dynasty of China conquered the ancient kingdom of Nam Viet, which included what is now northern Vietnam. This marked the beginning of the first period of Chinese domination, during which the Han sought to impose their political and cultural control over the Vietnamese people. The Han rulers enforced heavy taxes, exploited local resources, and sought to assimilate the population through Confucian teachings, which clashed with local customs and traditions. By the 1st century CE, resentment against the Chinese overlords had grown among the Vietnamese, particularly among the local aristocracy. The heavy-handed rule, coupled with the oppressive policies of the Han governor Su Ding, fueled widespread anger. It was in this climate of tension that the seeds of rebellion were sown. Trung Trac and Trung Nhi were born in the early 1st century CE, likely in the region of Mê Linh, which is in modern-day northern Vietnam. They were the daughters of a noble family belonging to the Lac Viet tribe. Their father was a local lord, or Lac Tuong, who governed their region with some degree of autonomy under the Han Empire. Growing up in a noble household, the sisters received an education that included martial arts, strategy, and leadership, which was uncommon for women of their time. Trung Trac, the elder of the two sisters, was married to Thi Sach, another local nobleman who shared her deep resentment of Chinese rule. Together, they became prominent leaders in their community, advocating for resistance against the Chinese. However, the Han governor Su Ding viewed them as a threat. In a brutal display of power meant to subdue any potential rebellion, Su Ding had Thi Sach executed. This act of cruelty and injustice ignited a fire within Trung Trac and her sister, driving them to seek revenge and reclaim their people's independence. In 40 CE, shortly after the execution of Thi Sach, Trung Trac and Trung Nhi raised the banner of revolt against the Han Dynasty. With Trung Trac assuming the role of the leader, they rallied a large force composed mainly of local tribes and villagers who had long suffered under Chinese oppression. The sisters' charisma and leadership drew thousands to their cause, including many women who served as soldiers and commanders. The rebellion quickly gained momentum. The Trưng sisters led their forces in a series of swift and decisive battles, successfully capturing 65 citadels and driving the Chinese officials out of the Red River Delta region. By the end of 40 CE, they had effectively liberated a vast area of northern Vietnam, and Trung Trac was proclaimed Queen, Trung Vuong, of an independent Vietnamese state. As rulers, the Trưng sisters sought to restore the traditional customs and governance of the Vietnamese people. Trung Trac and Trung Nhi set up their court in Mê Linh, where they worked to consolidate their power, rebuild the war-torn regions, and resist further Chinese incursions. Their reign, though short-lived, was marked by a sense of national pride and cultural revival. The success of the Trưng sisters' rebellion did not go unnoticed by the Han Emperor Guangwu. He could not allow a region as strategically important as northern Vietnam to remain outside of his control. In 42 CE, the Han launched a massive counteroffensive under the command of General Ma Yuan, a seasoned military leader known for his ruthlessness and tactical prowess. Faced with a formidable Chinese force, the Trưng sisters employed their knowledge of the terrain and guerrilla warfare tactics to try and hold off the Han army. They capitalized on the dense forests, mountains, and rivers of northern Vietnam, using hit-and-run tactics and ambushes to slow the Chinese advance. Despite their best efforts, the Han forces with superior numbers and resources steadily pushed southward. The decisive battle took place in 43 CE near the present-day Hat River. Despite their determination and the loyalty of their followers, the Trưng sisters were ultimately defeated by Ma Yuan's forces. According to Vietnamese legend, rather than surrender and face capture, the sisters chose to commit suicide by drowning themselves in the river, preferring death to a life of subjugation. Following their defeat, the Han Dynasty reasserted its control over northern Vietnam, and the region was once again integrated into the Chinese Empire. Ma Yuan implemented harsh measures to prevent further uprisings, including the destruction of local culture and the enforcement of Chinese customs. However, the legacy of the Trưng sisters lived on. They became symbols of Vietnamese resistance and national pride, embodying the spirit of defiance against foreign rule. Their story was passed down through generations, inspiring future leaders and revolutionaries, including those who fought against the French and American occupiers centuries later. In Vietnamese history, the Trưng Sisters are celebrated as the first national heroes who fought for the country's independence. Their legacy is commemorated annually on the anniversary of their uprising, and numerous temples and monuments have been erected in their honor. Their story is not only a testament to their leadership and bravery, but also highlights the vital role of women in Vietnam's long struggle for freedom. The story of the Trưng Sisters is one of remarkable bravery, strategic acumen, and unwavering commitment to their people's freedom. Their rebellion against the Han Dynasty, though ultimately unsuccessful, remains a powerful symbol of Vietnamese resilience and the enduring spirit of resistance against oppression. The sisters' legacy continues to inspire the Vietnamese people, serving as a reminder of their rich history and the sacrifices made in the pursuit of independence. Like and subscribe for more in-depth historical stories.